People who, in many instances, have absolutely no clue what they are doing. The Marxists, the anarchists, the looters, the agitators, the Marxists.
It's episode 150.
150.
Ooh, I can't even believe it. And Annie Rital.
Yeah.
And an Rotalb to you.
Yeah. It's episode 150. A mighty big Anani Ratalb to you. Inane Blather.
To you as well.
InaneBlather.com. YouTube.com/Inane Blather. Something like that.
Pod.
I should
perhaps?
probably
I'm not
get
sure.
those in the intro at some point after episode 150. But it's the podcast where we blather inanely. It's the podcast where we're all
You're pooping the bed?
and where
They're
it's
calling it 9/11, but good.
and
Classic.
yeah, where we explain in no uncertain terms that
Capitalism is bad.
That is so
Every time.
true.
that's pretty much it. I mean, we could just end the pod right there.
Show's over.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
actually
And scene.
it's www.youtube.com/@InaneBlatherPodcast on YouTube.
It has podcast
Is what
in
it-
there. Oh, at Inane Blather
With an at- with an
podcast.
At
I think
Inane
maybe
Blather
its
Podcast.
TikTok is at Inane Blather. At Inane Blather Podcast on YouTube. And
Inane Blather
x.com
Pod.
/
Drugs
Instagram.
are fun.
But anyway, it's episode 150. Everyone cheer.
Yay, classic.
And if you've listened, then you are no doubt one of them. Either you're one of our NSA account handlers, a Mossad agent, or you're one of the...
Headstrong, stubborn, quibbling, self-centered, vindictive, obnoxious, hormonal, sexually preoccupied, evil, thieving, cross-dressing jerks.
Ain't that right? Inani Ratalb.
Truly. Truly.
Yeah. So, let's see. There's a lot going on, right? Maybe, I think probably when this comes out, happy birthday, Amanda. Might be her birthday.
Happy birthday
So, shout
to
out.
you. Happy birthday
Awesome.
to you.
And we'll just say, what she always says.
I don't even care that he's a misogynist.
No, it was...
We hate all the Muslims
That's
because
what it was.
all of the Muslims are terrorists. We gotta hate the Muslims.
That's what it was. But let's see what else is going on. There was something I was going to bring up. Oh, it's been a couple weeks. We postponed. Things are just happening. Like, it's a busy time. It's back to school.
But not so much like
There's work.
things are happening.
No.
It's more like just like
Ugh.
yeah. Things
Yeah.
are happening.
Things are happening at work.
Yeah.
People are getting overloaded.
Our pets' heads are falling
Pets'
off.
heads are falling off.
He is cold, hollow, and violent.
Yeah. And
Natalie hates non-binary people.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Our pets' heads are falling off. People have to flush their toilets 15 times.
Because I look at that and I'm like, oh yeah, seems pretty creepy.
Yeah. And, I was going to say, but you wanted to end the last episode on a good note. I forget what that was, Natalie, but there was another good note that I had in my notes, and that is that Jordan Peterson
Has died.
is back in the hospital with like some mold-related disease or something like that. And
Mold-related disease.
yes, that Michaela.
No. Nice.
Let's see, Jordan Peterson. Let's go to news
I
here.
have other news. on evil people being dead.
Okay.
In other news,
James Dobson. Dead. Rest in
this
piss.
is the time. Yeah. Let's hear. What are you, as our religious correspondent? Yeah.
Oh,
what do you know about this mofo, Danae?
Fun fact: I'm actually named after his daughter.
Oh boy. Ooh.
Thanks a lot, Puritans.
Oof. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. So anyway, James Dobson. I hate that guy.
Focus
and I'm
on
glad
the
he's
family.
dead.
Oh yeah.
May he rot in
In hell.
peace.
Pack watch. R.I.P.
So-
Bozo.
So your family was a focus on the family?
Definitely a focus on the family. I grew up on a lot of like their children's entertainment. I don't know if y'all remember, but like Adventures in Odyssey was a big one.
Oh, that
which would like
is familiar.
basically be like morality plays on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to revisit that at some point.
What is it
Definitely Adventures in Odyssey.
Yeah, you could use
And
some
I think
morality
it was-
plays.
Yeah, I actually think that they were based off of the actual Odyssey, but like were like 90s retellings in like made for kids in
Really
some way.
cool. Yeah. Had like X's and neon colors but not 90s enough.
No, not that
to
kind
have-
of 90s. I mean, like Homeward Bound type 90s.
Yeah, you wouldn't have like kids of different ethnicities and someone in a wheelchair. No, it was focus on the family. No.
It's the series first aired 1987, whatever, and has recorded to date. How many episodes do you think there are?
180.
What's your
Guys,
guess?
my recording just stopped. I don't have
Oh.
space on my disc.
Oh, disc too slow or too full.
It's full. Hold on. Let me see if I can delete some shit real quick.
I don't know. Do we want to pause or what do we do, Doug?
We're just going.
Okay. Well,
We can't.
yeah.
You just have to hurry up.
Yeah, we'll just have to keep this. Could be cut out maybe more easily than just starting over.
No, just
Okay,
all
well,
those
I won't-
previous. And if you have any previous episode things, you just delete those. They take up a ton of space.
Oh. Oh yeah. I save all of them.
Yeah, they're like 700 megabytes a piece, at least.
Well, I can't wait to tell you how many episodes of this show there are.
Okay.
But
Please do.
okay. Well, do we want to say or whatever? It's okay. Oh, sorry, I just scrolled away. Okay, so I'll just give you some background so you can get a better. Your guess is pretty far off, Doug.
Okay.
So, first aired in 1987 as a 13-episode pilot called Family Portraits. In 2005, the show's daily audience averaged around 1.2 million. So
What?
every day, over a million kids in 2005. But to date, they have recorded more than how many episodes?
1,000.
What's your guess? 1,050 episodes.
Oof.
They have over 1,000 episodes
Because
of this.
how long are these
show.
episodes?
Let's see. It said I think they're 30 minutes.
What?
Large amounts of this is what Wikipedia
Sheesh.
says, and now I'm reading this one. I'm like,
Oof.
who wrote this? But it must be from some like press release or whatever. It's like,
Yeah.
While the show aimed to promote Christian values, according to Odyssey's co-creator Phil Lawler, the goal is not to be a
Lawler.
preaching program, but to be an entertaining program. Large amounts of work were put into each individual story. For the first few years, each 30-minute episode typically took over 100 hours to produce.
Wow.
Like, maybe you guys just didn't know what you were doing.
Wow. Jeez.
Like, kind of, what's your ROI on that?
That went slightly better than the worst it could have possibly gone.
So So
and then at the end of every episode is pretty much the equivalent of just like,
You're still trying to impress others by who you know. You're still skating for others, and you're not doing it for the Lord.
Exactly. Approximately 25 episodes, but I feel like they're still on. Yeah. It's still a show that's still ongoing, as from what I can tell. As of 2022, Chris Anthony and Katie Lee are the only original cast members remaining in the series. And then it shows on the side, like starring, blah 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 blah.
because it's a radio play, so it's on these Christian radio stations, or is it like a podcast now? Is that why? I mean, because obviously, anyone can do that.
Literally anyone. If you're not doing it,
what is
don't think it's because you can't.
It's just a couple guys having a conversation. Who the hell wants to listen to that?
No.
I guess, where is it even on? Like, what is it on? Videos adapted to Spanish, Hindi, Mandarin.
Wow.
Yeah.
It really expanded.
They in 2014 a subscription service for Adventures in Odyssey fans and their families launched. The Adventures in Odyssey Club. The subscription fee supports Focus on the Family, as well as other world relief and ministry organizations. The Adventures in Odyssey Club is available internationally and has over 7,000 members as of 2016. So update that, Wikipedia. Main features of the club: access to over 1,000 episodes from the radio series, as well as 17 videos, every official podcast, and exclusive monthly episodes available only to club members. So, that's a Patreon.
Wow.
But I'm like 17 videos. It's like you have 1,000 episodes of that. You have 17 videos. It's just a funny number. Like it's.
What are you, inane blather?
Yeah,
good Lord.
Seriously.
It's like, I mean, when I think of him, it's just conservative Christian, old, just GOP, neocon era. I think of George W. Bush. I think of this stuff. But of course,
George W. or George Bush?
Well, I mean, I think of George W. Bush because, I mean, that's what when I'm coming to terms with, like, what conservatism was and, like, just the Christian right, that's so that
Christian
comes to mind for me because he's had his hands in all of these things for so long. So that's how I remember it, Focus on the Family, but he's like this political figure too. He was a symbolic of that, like, evangelical hand-holding with the GOP. Like, it was so gross.
He was like he's like back. That's what I mean. He's like from Reagan era though. Like that's when he started. I'm looking up because I feel like he was involved in like anti-abortion bullshit and whatever. But I just want to read you this. Okay, so in the 1980s, Dobson was regularly invited to the White House to consult with President Ronald Reagan and his staff. In 1985, Dobson was appointed to Attorney General Edwin Messie's Commission on Pornography. And I feel like...
hey, I want to be on that.
Yeah, that's going to be some interesting research we have to do. Yeah. Honey, it's for the commission.
Yeah, we need to know all this gay pornography that's everywhere. Yeah, because he was
he ran for president in 1996.
Okay.
And he...
What a loser.
He hates abortions, of course, and he's like... He literally thinks the Bible should shape public policy. He's a loser, and he can't think for himself, and he's a bozo, and he's dead now, and I'm glad.
Go sit in the middle of the road and let a car run over you.
Even after you're dead.
See, I wish that the punishment for people like that, it's like, would be to know that their belief system, if it is wrong, to have it like... It's not just like now they're dead and they go off to be something else and they don't remember or whatever. Like, that's what, people like the feeling of justice being served, in some way. And it's like, it doesn't feel good enough to just be dead and not know how fucking wrong you were and like how much everyone hates you.
That's
you
what,
know,
yeah.
it's just like
you hold out
you
for
just
the
never-
idea of hell as an atheist. Be like,
I know.
You know, but if
I
there
do.
is a hell,
Yeah.
it's like, you know,
That
he
makes
can go
sense to
down
me.
there and see Kissinger, you know, and Hitler and stuff.
And it's like, I don't necessarily want eternal like raping and stuff
No.
like that, but I want you to know
Ooh.
that you sucked and like really
Yeah.
know just like and have
just
like
want
the
that-
barriers wiped away from your mind where you can actually consider it. Like you become a human again and not some disgusting monster and you're like, oh fuck, and then you kill
And back
yourself
then.
in hell. Yeah.
you kill yourself in hell and go to double hell. But
Yeah, no, and then you can be reincarnated or whatever,
Yeah,
but you have to go
exactly.
through that whole like, holy shit, you know.
that's what
and
double
then,
hell is
that's the only
reincarnation
time
as a worm.
Yeah,
yeah.
as a worm, you know, that's
As a worm man.
Anyway, so
Mm-hmm.
we did mention that James Dobson was probably gay, right?
What?
Oh.
I just knew
No,
that he
but
I
I'm not surprised.
No, that's
He's
just my
very
personal theory.
anti-gay.
That's
which means
I know he's very anti-gay, and it's always the ones who are the most anti-gay that I think are actually a little bit gay.
so often.
a lot gay,
Especially the
Oh, yeah.
GOP types. I mean, it's funny.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you look, so MSNBC, when they put this out just a few days ago, James Dobson's harsh disciplinarian Christianity changed GOP politics. Literally, the first sentence. One of psychologist James Dobson's more famous books, The Strong-Willed Child, advocated hitting children as punishment. That's the first
Yeah.
sentence. Yeah,
Dare
it's
to
like, that's what he's
discipline.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he promoted a harsh disciplinarian Christianity, and it was shaped during his strict upbringing in the Church of the Nazarene and remains the worldview of family-based Republican politics today. Even this big header in the article, he was a psychologist who didn't seem to comprehend what it means to be human. And doesn't
100%.
that say it all?
Yeah, it's like one of those. It's also been credited with like one of the turns toward like the more masculine, hard Jesus was like he was part of that movement because prior to him there was like a very like
Soft boy Jesus.
soft boy Jesus, empathetic, which is a sin.
Yeah.
Now but now like that was like a piece of it was like creating this like hard like you know
Unforgiving.
God, wrathful God, unforgiving.
Yeah, that's what Jesus is known for. His
I think James
unforgiving
Dobson-
attitude.
That's what
Yeah.
unconditional love looks like.
Yeah, I think that James Dobson is like responsible for a very large majority of ex-Christians therapy bills.
Yeah.
If they were like raised in the 90s, he should have been paying.
He played the
therapy
long
bills.
game. He was a psychologist. See, and he was just trying to, he was like
get
doing
people
this
into therapy.
big
Yeah.
evil plan, to get tons of poor people into therapy. Eventually, when they would leave the church, obviously be traumatized by strict, harsh disciplinarian upbringings that forced them back into the closet for many of them, made them question
or to like
themselves.
go no contact
Yeah.
with their parents.
Yep, cut
and
off
now
their
boomers
families.
are like, I can't believe they're not talking to me anymore.
Yeah, I just
You
treated
know?
them like shit for their entire upbringing.
Yeah.
I just stand by the spankings that I gave them, you know, even though science has shown, like, pretty clearly you're really not supposed to do that. But, and I haven't said sorry, and I don't think, like, anything's my fault, so I don't get why they don't want to talk to me, It's like, must be their fucking problem.
Yeah, even MSNBC says his organizational skills and his relentless pursuit of what he considered biblical family values are largely responsible for Roe v. Wade's being overturned and largely responsible for the political backlash against LGBTQ people today. His beliefs in conversion therapy and traditional gender roles are now embraced by many within the Republican Party. I mean, it's just that it's that same, current that's been going through the GOP for so long, but it's just really coming back because it can be. But it's guys like that. Yeah, like you're saying, Natalie, I mean, with that Reagan era, yeah, he started with the religious right. That late 70s, I mean, capital R's religious right, that group of Falwell and James Dobson, and just
it's basically like Heritage Foundation folks.
Yeah. It's like that just decided, you know what? No, religion should be a huge part of this, and it will win us elections, and it will, divide and conquer pretty much. Like, let's
fill our pocketbooks.
Yeah, keep these people feeling divided, separated from other people. Everyone else is out to get you because you're Christians, and we're the only right kinds of people, the only right kinds of Christians. And without us, America's falling apart, and it just keeps people fearful constantly. Like, it's so funny. It's like this is starting in the late 70s. So it's like we're going on 50 years of feeling like the end of the entire project is around the corner because we're not Christian enough. And it's like, how do you just keep that going? And it's all just through constant, ever-present fear, And it's like, and there's always something for it, whether it's, just single mothers and immigrants and, 20 years of Islamic jihad, coming to kill all of your Christian babies, the government will just, the U.S. government themselves will stand with you as the religious right and make sure that you look totally correct this entire time. It's disgusting. I mean, it's I don't know. Like you often say, we're a really pretty conservative country when it comes down to it. So it really works out well for them.
And you just manufacture these culture wars or whatever, like they did, and he's like a part of that like anti-abortion stuff here in America, which it wasn't really that controversial at the time, like in the early, like when Roe versus Wade was ruled on, it was like seen as sort of a win by these religious communities that are like, good, that's none of the government's business. They're like, we don't really want the government. They don't really want the government in their shit. It's about a right to
privacy. Yeah.
Yeah, and because, that can just have implications of whatever, like freedom of whatever they got going on, churches.
Yeah.
But
whatever they got going on. Yeah, exactly.
Someone must have just, they just realized that there was some kind of profit incentive or power incentive or whatever for them to, they just.
I mean, some of these people get really lost in the sauce. They believe it.
I mean, just like, no, not people like people. I get that. But like people like James Dobson, people responded to the propaganda that was put out, of course, about abortions, being like dead babies and this communist future and all this kind of scary stuff that was like targeting churches. Like, I mean, they sent out this movie that they made, like a straight up propaganda about the next generation and like, at least, I mean, scaring people, obviously. But it's like, I don't really know. Well, I guess I do know now. Like, what the church would get out of it is like, we get to have a theocracy. They just get to have like Christianity like rule, not like you just have the right to do what you want for church or homeschool or whatever you have going on. But it's like straight up, like you're saying, like now you're holding hands with the government rather than being like, no, I'd rather we keep our separate ways and you do your thing and I'll do mine. We keep our tax exempt status and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, I guess that is for the Christians or for the whatever James Dobson is, I don't know. It's like, I guess he'd call himself a Christian, so I have to respect that.
Sure.
Evangelical.
He'd call himself the only
Or-
correct kind of Christian. Yeah.
Christian
Yeah.
nationalist.
But it's like just like a great opportunity for him to force his religion on other people because that's what it was about. He's not really about, obviously, he's not like about Jesus's teachings or a God in a way that's, or whatever. He's about his God that's scary and all this kind of crap, and he thinks that he should force it on other people. And maybe it's just cynical for me to think that he probably got really rich doing it, but he did.
Oh,
but,
for
no, I mean,
sure.
like that. It's that doesn't necessarily mean that he can't also believe that God is a horrible, abusive father that you need to like make sure that you're praising in the right way every single day or go to hell. Because you can have that belief if you want to. I mean, you can be wrong, and that's a stupid, terrible, horrible belief system. I will say. I think that doesn't do anybody any good. It seems like really dangerous, and like kind of justifies, toxic relationships and all that kind of stuff, and certainly all the patriarchal stuff that goes into it. But yeah, I just clicked on something on this article about him where he, like, the focus on the family, has said that homosexuality is a particularly evil lie of Satan, and transgender ideology is a lie from the pit of hell. So I clicked on the particularly evil lie of Satan. It was a hyperlink, and it brought me to
you're on
a
their
focus
website?
on the family. It brought me, that was on NPR.
Okay.
Was the article, so then I clicked on this link that brought me to focus on the family, that it was lie of Satan, regarding homosexuality.
Nice.
And it just made me laugh. Glenn T. Stanton, October 21st, 2024. How we dishonor God in our sex lives through sexual sin. And it just is like, we dishonor God when we fail to mirror the Trinitarian reality and beauty in our relationships. It just is so cringe and weird. It's like, stop talking about
there's a trinity here.
Sex.
You have to remember that God's like, involved.
It's like, as theologian George Weigel, gay name,
change your name,
explains, when we view God's directives for our sexuality in this way, that's what God's instructions for our sexual lives serve him by bringing him glory when we obey them, and they also benefit us.
Kinky.
God's rules are not limiting prohibitions, but rather ennobling, enriching guidelines.
Wow.
As theologian George Weigel explains, when we view God's directives for our sexuality this way, quote, the first moral question shifts from what am I forbidden to do to how do I live a life of sexual love that conforms to my dignity as a human person?
What the
I'm like,
fuck?
that's a quote you're gonna like base your beliefs on? That's so lame. This explains why Christian prohibitions
deranged cultist liars.
This explains why Christian prohibitions against certain sexual practices aren't based on reactive moralism in an effort to keep us from having fun. Quite the opposite! Exclamation point. They're based on how we can flourish in our God-given humanity and how we best reflect the image of God in us. They're intended to keep us from dishonoring God through sexual sin. As reflections of the nature and qualities of the Trinity, our sex lives should be shaped by the qualities of the Trinity.
Yeah.
3 primary principles apply to all of us, and if we keep these in mind, they'll guide us in a life that is pleasing to God and beneficial to our families and ourselves. It's like,
instructions unclear. My wife and I went to the strip club and found a woman named Trinity, brought her home.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So far, so good.
Yeah. And now we're living a life of sexual sin.
I know. It's so the 3 tenets, I guess, are dishonoring God by using another person as an object, sexual or otherwise. And they have pornography, masturbation, and rape as examples.
Okay, well. 3 equally bad things.
When we use others, we diminish their dignity as well as our own. Animals do this. People shouldn't, because it's not what we were created for. It's not what sex was created for. This is why pornography, masturbation, and rape fall outside of God's intentions for us and are
Ending
sexual
a sentence
sin.
with a preposition. Not good in my book.
So the members of the Trinity never relate to each other as objects to be used for their own good. What does that even mean? But they relate to each other in love, seeking to serve the goodness and glory of the other. Love is a self-donation. It never uses others as things or an end. Like, this guy's a bad writer.
What does this mean, Danae?
There's that.
Honestly, I'm very lost. Can you say it again?
That's what I'm saying. This guy is such a... It just...
Sometimes it gets really flowery and it's like interesting when I hear things written about love, like with Christian writing and stuff like that. And then it's like, wait, but what does this mean? I don't get it.
This is not beautiful writing, though. It's like, he's a bad writer that's like, he's lame as fuck and he just doesn't know. It's just, okay, so, there's 3 primary principles.
Okay.
These are the 3 primary principles. So the first one is dishonoring God by using another person as an object, sexual or otherwise. That's where he says, the members of the Trinity never relate to each other as objects to be used for their own good.
Okay.
They relate to each other in love, seeking to serve the goodness and glory of the other. Love is a self-donation. It never uses others as things or an end.
Okay.
Whoa.
I know. It's like, okay, sure. You have to be, you can't be...
I understand what he's saying.
But why is he saying it like that?
A little convoluted.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so then he's like, pornography is a sexual sin that dehumanizes sexuality and depersonalizes people by turning the viewer into a taker and the one viewed into an object. The danger is that we start to see others in our lives the same way we see the object in the magazine, movie, or website, as a nobody, a thing that exists for our pleasure.
Magazine.
It also dehumanizes the user because we are made for intimacy with the other sex, and intimacy can't occur with illusionary images. It should take place with another person, a spouse.
I mean...
What if I'm watching pornography of my spouse?
Oh my god! This is so funny. This next one. Masturbation.
Okay, here
Similarly,
we go.
Sex is much more than mere physical stimulation. God created it to be a very intimate communion between 2 people. Therefore, masturbation, like pornography, is incomplete because it doesn't involve the communion of 2 self-giving people, one to another. It's sex for one and isn't God's ideal for us.
What about God's there?
It's merely taking from oneself and doesn't mirror the nature of the Trinity. No member of the Trinity turns in on himself in any manner. God is the only one for whom it is permissible and even necessary to be self-absorbed because he is the proper focus of the whole universe. But because the Christian God exists in Trinity, he is not narcissistic. While he is self-focused, each member is focused on the other members, marking a God who simultaneously reflects both a proper self-centeredness and an other-centeredness. Their relational expression is always to the others. Remember, God said it was not good for man or woman to be alone, and in sexualized form, that's what masturbation is. It is another way of dishonoring God in our sex lives.
Well, that's what I tell people. I'm not narcissistic. I'm self-focused. Like God.
I'm self-focused, yeah. And I have a good sense of other-centeredness and self-centeredness.
Yeah, I remember going to a Christian camp when I was in junior high, and then on one of the last days, then they separate the boys and the girls, and they talked about sex being immoral and all this stuff, and they pretty much told the boys that masturbating was wrong because it made you gay. Because you were touching a dick
instead of a woman.
Yep. And so, and then of course, it's like, yeah, that totally doesn't give a bunch of 7th graders a complex. Yeah, because that'll totally stop them.
That's crazy. Yeah, they're definitely not going to feel like very bad and awful when they still continue to masturbate because they are going to continue to masturbate.
Absolutely. And there's never been all the boys and girls running around a Christian youth camp in the woods. It was like the hormones, it's like more hormones than water in the pond. It was disgusting. Whoever puts those on should be jailed.
Yeah, search their hard drive.
Yeah.
It's that one. The last one is rape. Sure, we can all agree rape is bad. It's not good. That's pretty much what they say.
Cold take.
Rape is always wrong. It's the complete opposite of what love is. It's one of the most egregious violations of the Trinitarian ideal, and therefore of human dignity.
Well, someone should tell Dennis Prager.
I'm really glad that he saved that one for last.
Yeah. And he compared it to masturbating.
Yeah.
But so the next ideal of the Trinitarian sex, whatever negativity this is, dishonoring God by premarital and extramarital sex.
Mm-hmm.
This is they're just so cringe. It makes me like, oh my God, I can't imagine being your wife and having to have sex with you, Glenn. This is what
Glenn.
he said. The human sexual embrace, this most intimate and ultimate of all human giving and vulnerability, ought to take place in a union of total and permanent surrender of two people. I'm like,
right now, you're
it's
very close to a world war on this whole.
Like, truly, like, it's fucking, guys.
Ultimate
like, it's
surrender.
Yeah.
Jeez.
These people are sick.
These people are sick.
And then there's a couple breakdowns in here. One of this makes me laugh. Just the way he writes it, he seems like he thinks he's so smart. That's what is making me laugh. I feel like he thinks he's just so
genius.
Like,
sorry.
Oh yeah. Separating our bodies from our spirits. This is like a subheading of dishonoring God by premarital sex.
I've done that.
He's like,
I took a bunch of mushrooms.
Where did we ever get the idea that we can separate our bodies from our minds and spirits, and that our bodies could do whatever they liked without consequence for the rest of our being? Like, I don't know what you're saying, but this is why the sexual revolution has been such
a cornfield.
Yeah. This is why the sexual revolution has been such a dehumanizing failure, diminishing our God-given humanity in painful ways. Theologian Karl Barth expressed this when he he expressed this well when he declared coitus without coexistence is demonic. I'm like,
man, I you know what? I had that written down. That was in my Google Notes. That's so funny. Interesting.
Coitus without coexistence is demonic. That is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one is like dishonoring God through homosexuality, obviously.
Let's
see. Homosexuality, blah, 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 blah. Homosexuality violates the Trinitarian image in a complete, profound way. Sexual sin, blah, blah, blah. Homosexuality does more. It says all sexual sin is wrong because it fails to mirror the Trinitarian image, but homosexuality does more than fail. It is a particularly evil lie of Satan because he knows that it overthrows the very image of the Trinitarian God in creation, revealed in the union of male and female. So, you know, that's just really. God, he just like so cringe. The very final thing. Honoring God in our sex lives is like the summary of this article. We love God. We love God in our sex lives by living in the fullness of what He intends for us and avoiding sexual sin. This has both positive and negative aspects. Positively, we're to live fully as the sexual beings God created us to be. He wants that for us because we mystically show forth a primary part of the nature of God.
Whoa! You know what? I think of that every time I have sex.
But he doesn't
of how mystically I'm showing forth the primary
part of the nature of God.
Yeah.
But he doesn't give us an unqualified green light. There are stoplights and caution lights we need to pay attention to, as described
Yellow
previously. These are not given because God is a killjoy, but for just the opposite. He wants our relationships to mirror His image and likeness. He knows this is best for us, for it's how we're created and what will bring us joy. So I feel like this is all written like very like a Christian writing. Like there's something about, I don't know how to describe someone who's smarter than me would maybe understand like how, like we're saying, just like how he writes it, like what kind of a writer, not just the points he's making, or like even, of course he's talking about God a lot, but just like how the words that they use. And just
I'll give him this. AI can't
It's
write
memorable.
that. Okay.
Yeah, AI's like, what is this?
That goes
slop?
in the that goes in the posts, on that account. Things AI can't recreate. Okay, but really, it's because it's more human than you think. Because what happened was this guy, this theologian, Christian dork, just had way too much Olive Garden out with his wife. Didn't want to have sex. They had a real awkward time. He was like, it's just not godly. It's not godly.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling godly. I'm going to go write. And then he wrote 8,000 words.
Oh, yeah.
How it's not Trinitarian, and he's, you've got to fuck in God's image, right?
Because that's what he wants. That's exactly.
I'm not going to do that thing that you want me to do, okay? I'm not going to tell you again.
Fuck in God's image. It really is just like, I don't know. It's so. There's something like. I don't know how to describe like why it feels just like delusional writing. Like when they're just like, how you know what I mean?
Well, I think it's
so
just,
thoughtful. So thoughtful.
Yeah, I think it's very thoughtful. I think he put a lot of thought into it.
Did.
It's and it really means a lot when it's on the website made by the guy who created the Alliance Defending Freedom. A think tank and advocacy group that would take people to court constantly to make sure that books could get banned and that LGBTQ rights could be overturned. And what else would they do? Let's see. Well, they would fight for its idea of family values in the courts, book bans, crusades about same-sex marriage, restrictions on transgender rights. Let's see. Where did they get with the book bans? Conservative? Ooh, this is 1997. Religious conservatives are taking aim at the American Library Association's Banned Books Week, which they say is nothing more than an attempt to bully parents and teachers into using books some find morally objectionable. The Colorado-based Focused on the Family, led by James Dobson, is spearheading the charge, while the ALA says Banned Books Week, which started Saturday, serves to raise support for America's, quote, freedom to read. For each of the last 3 years, Focus on the Family has marked the beginning of Banned Books Week by releasing a critical study on their list of actions taken against books across the country and to denounce the term banned books, saying virtually none of the instances cited by the ALA has resulted in books actually being banned anywhere. It's like, yeah, because you want them to be banned, and they're not banned enough. Let's see. Focus on the Family held a news conference that featured testimony from Lisa Clinton, a Florida parent who said she was labeled a censor by the ALA because she objected to her third-grade daughter being, quote, forced to listen to a reading from R.L. Stein's Goosebumps children's book series. Kaya Hoskins on Focus on the Family says decisions made by librarians and teachers to keep school children away from objectionable materials is not censorship, but merely common sense curriculum decisions based on the age appropriateness of books. Well, who the fuck do you think Goosebumps is for?
They're like, that's way too hard for a third grader. Like, no, you're just stupid.
Wow. Krug acknowledges that of the 122 incidents cited by the ALA in its Banned Books Resources Guide, only one resulted in actual removal from the shelves, but it wasn't for lack of trying by would-be censors. Krug says they're right about that. They're not banned, and they won't be, because teachers, librarians, parents, and the general public said no. You're not going to remove our choices from us. That's the entire point of the Banned Books Week, is to go over these and be like, these are what would be banned. These are what people put on banned books lists. They try to ban these books. Places like Focus on the Family try to get Goosebumps.
You know,
banned.
I just want to say, these conservatives, they talk about the family and the nuclear family and raising children, having children, being a mother, being a wife, being a father, getting married, being parenting. That's the greatest blah, blah, blah. That's what you have to do. And then they will do anything to get out of having a conversation with their
Oh
children
my
and
God.
teaching them literally fucking anything. It's like, I don't want to ever. How am I supposed to explain
How
gay
am I
people to them?
supposed to
How am I
explain this
supposed
to
to
my
explain?
kids?
Yeah,
I don't
be
know.
Like, I don't know. By being a parent,
With English words.
Probably,
in
or
a
whatever language you're
face-to-face
fucking
conversation. I don't know. You could
address it when it comes up, or like, it's not.
It's fun.
They just really don't want
teach
to
your
parent
kid about the world.
Yeah,
yeah. You forget that
They don't
it's
like parenting.
called parenting because it's like it's being with your child, helping them learn about the world is awesome. It's the best part about being a parent. You get to indoctrinate your own fucking kid. Like, why are you so upset about this? Teach them something.
That's what church is for.
Well, then
you
that's what you do. Okay, how am I supposed to explain this to a kid? I don't know. Take him to church if you don't want to do it yourself. Good Lord.
Truly.
Take him to church camp where they can tell your son he's gay, and then when he thinks he's gay, you could send him to conversion camp where
he can meet some
build
really nice gay
conversion
boys.
vans or something like that. Yeah, with other
So
gay
true.
boys. Yeah.
I was just this guy Glenn T. Stanton that wrote that article and does a bunch
Glenn.
of he's a real dork. He went to I was like, wow, he's like has a couple degrees, but I'm like, yeah, he went to the University of West Florida. How hard could it be to get a master's degree in philosophy at the University of West Florida? But he has a
And
book
he's
called
got a correspondence degree he's got a degree in spaceology at the Correspondence School of Tampa. That's The Simpsons.
Yeah. His book is called, one of his books, The Myth of the Dying Church, How Christianity is Actually Thriving in America and the World. So for one thing, it's bright red and it's like really bold fonts and stuff. And it's like, whatever, fine, you can write a book. But one of you know how you have like a tagline where it'll be like, engrossing, couldn't put it down, like New York Times, like a blip. The thing he has on the front cover is
a blurb.
Intense religion in the United States is persistent and exceptional in ways that do not fit the secularization thesis. Harvard/Indiana University study.
Whoa.
What a rave review.
Sometimes you can judge a book by its cover. This makes me want to have sex with God or whatever that Glenn guy was talking about.
Whoa.
What about, is mutual masturbation something you think that they do? Like, is that sex to them?
What, masturbate with their Twitter mutuals? I do that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Masturbate to my Twitter mutuals? Yeah.
I think that they probably have... Here's my thing. I think the reason why I think that they don't like masturbation and stuff is one,
They've been known
there was
to.
always the whole you can't masturbate without having dirty thoughts, and if you're having dirty thoughts you're cheating because
True.
that's what Jesus said in the Bible. So there's that. And I think the other piece is the whole point
Mental
of having
adultery.
sex is to have children. So if you're mutually masturbating,
Yeah.
you're not procreating.
You're just wasting time.
You're just doing
your
it for
seed.
fun.
Yeah.
But it's not just supposed to be for fun.
No.
It has to have a purpose. Because everything in
supposed
life
to be
has
fun
to
at
have
all.
a purpose.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be fun at all.
You're supposed to be doing this in God's image. What, is God fun? What have we been taking you to church all this time for? It's not fun. You see anyone having
Not
fun?
a fun guy. Yeah.
You read this book? This isn't fun. If
No.
you're going to be having
Lot of
sex
death.
in God's image, you better be ready to commit genocide as soon as you come.
Yeah, or like cut your baby in half, or or whatever, whatever those stories are.
Yep. Well, that's let's see. I mean, Dobson, professor of pediatrics and a psychologist, right? But of course, he's one of these horrible people that ends up living until he's 89, dies with a net worth of like $20 million, is close with every Republican president since Reagan. Even wrote an entire thing. I was reading that MSNBC thing when he changed everything because he endorsed Trump and what was it? Anti-Pornography Crusader. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Commission on Pornography. You were talking about that.
Yes.
But yeah, counseled every Republican president. His stated belief in biblical family values didn't keep him from endorsing the infamously unfaithful Trump in 2016. He justified his support in an impassioned essay in Christianity Today, in which he stated, quote, "I support those who will lead the country righteously, honorably, and wisely."
Oh, God.
Is why he supported Trump. He went on to say that his vote was about who would appoint the next 3 Supreme Court justices. Duh. But, see, psychologist, weird right-winger, strange Christian values, sometimes incoherent. Now, Jordan Peterson is hospitalized for mold poisoning or something like that. Could he be next? We don't know.
Let's hope so, because he's not that old, and that would be nice for one of these guys to die kind of young.
Jordan Peterson, mold. Let's see.
He's had so many health problems.
Jordan Peterson diagnosed. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He almost died.
He's been diagnosed with a chronic immune system dysfunction condition after being exposed to a particularly moldy environment, his daughter has said. Michaela Peterson said in a post on X that her father has chronic inflammatory response syndrome due to a genetic predisposition that causes the immune system to have an inability to identify and detoxify mold or bacteria in indoor air. Okay. So, yeah, she said he's taking some time off of everything. I mean, the Daily Wire's falling apart.
That's awesome.
This is great. Ben Shapiro's just going to be on his own. I forgot. I mean, for one thing, Jordan Peterson, I don't know what he's been doing for the Daily Wire. They signed him to that huge contract a couple of years ago. I feel like he did some videos for the Daily Wire, and now what? He was just on Jubilee making a complete fucking ass of himself. And they probably filmed that, months ago, according to the timeline like that Sam Cedar was talking about when he was on Jubilee.
Define months.
Yeah, define belief. What do you mean by the? And then, their views have been down. I forgot that until maybe he came up in a R.M. Brown video. I forget where he even came up, but I forgot that Michael Knowles was still on the Daily Wire.
A person?
I was like, that's one of your guys. That's right. And now Ben Shapiro is stooping to just doing like TikTok React videos and talking about like drama slop and like the new Taylor Swift album cover is out. Because that's what's getting him views. And it's like, I mean, all you're getting, other than that, he'll get just views and comments if he talks about Israel, because there's just hugely anti-Semitic comment sections and people completely flaming him or, disagreeing heartily with his incredibly stupid takes on Israel. And that's about it. I don't know if they're putting out movies. They're putting out new TV shows. His Snow White left. Candace Owens is long gone. She's getting millions of views without him. I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, if
she's getting sued though.
Oh yeah, and it's
Candace Owens
wonderful for her. She loves it.
She's I know. She's getting sued by like the president of France.
Yes.
For saying his wife is trans, just over and over and over, and just like it
slandering.
Oh man, she's such a fucking freak. She's a fucking freak. She just like won't drop it. It's like, why? Even if it was true, it's like, have to get to the bottom of this. That's like been lying to the French public. It's like, who?
Oh my God, a transvestigation? Are you kidding?
Cares? Yeah, the French president's wife. They have several children together. Like, it just,
It's so embarrassing.
I know, and Trump thinks she's hot too. So
I mean, Candace Owens.
She is trans. No, I'm just kidding.
Candace Owens. Candace Owens. I mean, did a whole like kind of docu-series thing on defending like Harvey Weinstein. Yeah. She like interviewed him, all this stuff. She's way out there nowadays. I mean, of course, she's a raging anti-Semite, friends with Kanye, crazy person. She's a freak. Yeah. But I mean, despite that, and because of it, she gets, if it's views, it's news, and she has bigger news than Ben Shapiro's been getting. Everyone who leaves, I don't know. And if Ben Shapiro's empire, his media empire, comes crumbling down around him, will he admit
capitalism is bad?
I don't know. That's when he'll say it. He'll be like, yeah, but it was all stacked against me.
Yeah.
These big media companies and corporate consolidation, it was just never in the cards for me. Capitalism. Have you ever read this book by Karl Marx? This is how it always works out.
Whoa.
Because
mental illness is when you're right wing.
And that's why Candace Owens is where she's at today. But oh boy. Oh geez. I just saw that Michaela Peterson's tweet about this is really long. The indoor air quality problem that causes CIRS will be commonly diagnosed in the next 5 to 10 years. I am positive about that. Oh, that just reminds me, because I just tweeted it today. So I went to the doctor this morning, and my nurse definitely feels that our sinus issues are caused by chemtrails. And made sure to make that known. And yeah, my friends on Twitter are like, yeah, that's why is that person working in medicine? And it's like, the nurse over here. I mean, there's like anti-vaxxer, pro-Trump nurses all over the place.
Dumb people can be nurses too.
Oh, yeah.
Dumb people can get D's and C's on their tests.
It's so easy to be
it's
a
like,
nurse.
You can,
Someone
as long
quote
as you
me on
just
that.
pass the test, like, yeah, it's so easy, anybody could do it. No, but I mean, a lot of dumb people do it.
Yeah.
A lot of people that I know that I'm like, I mean, I ain't the brightest bulb on the chandelier, but I know that they struggled in school way harder than I did in like science classes and stuff like that. And they're a nurse now, so I don't know what you want me to say. You know,
I went to,
and hey, shout out to the
not
good
good at
ones.
critical thinking.
But
I went to the doctor too today, and I tried to get a COVID vaccine, but they didn't have any because
in the middle of a spike,
they stopped stocking them. And I said, "What? Well, it's not recommended anymore."
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me, right?
Well,
No.
CDC. It's all under the
I was
executive
like-
branch, right?
We're literally in the middle of another wave. And she was like, yeah. Okay.
She's like, well,
Cool.
I don't make the orders.
So you gonna order one, bitch, or what? Yeah.
She did come back and say that they were going to order some. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that
But
not
also,
something you...
didn't he just fire a bunch of people from the CDC?
Oh, I'm sure.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, this is RFK Jr.'s Healthy America. The thing going around on Twitter today, it's been really funny. This chicken restaurant, in quotes, this person complaining, whining about how they're going to go out of business. I've tried everything. I just thought that people would want this healthier alternative. They're called tallow because it's no seed oils. It's all beef tallow and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, of course, all of these just kind of whistles to dog whistles for like RFK Jr. style loving people, right? Seed oil weirdos and beef tallow enjoyers. I mean, it's called tallow, and all they serve is fried chicken, for one thing, because it's chicken fried in beef tallow. But and they're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. We just don't make enough sales. We're gonna end up going bankrupt. And they had this thread, and everyone's like, well, what are you doing? You're in a, I don't know what these places are called. It's in Philadelphia, like in this grocery store chain called Stop and Shop that shares a parking lot with a Popeye's chicken. You're only open till 7 p.m. You have no good marketing.
With a Popeyes?
We go, or a Raising Cane's or something like that. It's like your shit is way too expensive. Your marketing is ass. And it's called tallow. You go to your website, you try to click on anything, and it goes to like a different branded thing because you sell jars of beef tallow. Where you can pay $1 an ounce to buy a mason jar of beef tallow to have at home so you can cook seed oil free. And even one of their things they had from their Instagram or something like, hey, we're making they're making like meatballs and doing their marinara and stuff and making sure to use beef tallow and not using olive oil for anything. And it's like, olive oil isn't even a seed oil. You just don't want, you just want to use beef tallow for everything because that's the cool thing to do nowadays. That's what Steak and Shake decided they're doing because they're MAGA RFK Jr. weirdos. Like, you know, I think I had it in my previous notes. That's a segment of the boomer populace here that's drifted from Trump loving, but is still firmly like in this whole camp because of RFK Jr. And it kind of gets glossed over. We don't talk about RFK Jr. enough. I mean, in general, like, because people are, it's these white boomers, these people that do influence stuff, these people that vote, these people that are on Facebook constantly and stuff. They're really into this guy and really into this stuff. And he is cutting out major parts of, you know, the departments of health and the FDA and all this crap. It's, we're all going to die. From the, we're all going to shit ourselves to death because this heroin addict is in charge. This anti-vax heroin addict Kennedy weirdo is in charge, who also loves Israel, of course. I mean, but that's, you know, a little just on the side.
Yeah.
He loves Israel, but
for sure.
But either way, we can make America healthy again, one beef tallow fried chicken tender at a time. So
I hate the concept of beef
fried
tallow.
Chicken tender.
Mm-hmm.
What are you? I mean, that's just so American.
It was a
God
thing.
Damn it, that's so American. But
it was that thing before. I mean, before RFK Jr. Really took it off. I mean, it was a thing online where it was like, that's why when McDonald's fries were better, and people would say it's because they fried with beef tallow instead of vegetable oil.
Sure.
Or whatever. Yeah.
That's a fry. That's not a chicken.
Yeah, and it's like, that's what they used to do. And then it became like, it just became this right-wing virtue signaling. I mean, it's that whole segment of wellness, in big quotes, people, where it's like, I don't know how this has anything to do with health and wellness when you're talking about beef fat constantly. What is healthy about that? It's because you have some weird fixation on seed oils is giving everyone cancer and stuff like that.
And they literally put that beef tallow now. It's like people put that on their face and their skin and stuff.
Yes.
And it's like, guys, it's like, oh, this is what humans used to do. And it's like,
yeah,
no, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's really not. I promise.
Yeah.
It's not what humans used to do.
They didn't domesticate cattle so that they could have beef tallow facials.
Yeah.
And fry their potatoes in it.
God.
They would do it. Oh my God. And a funny thing, I said they do it so that they could have proper sex to exalt God in the correct way.
Mm-hmm.
Because that person's website, they, with their janky website for their tallow chicken restaurant, they did not put any restrictions on the comments on their website. So it is just filled with all this crazy stuff. And some of it was the funniest. Like, I mean, this guy coming back with all these comments about how great the tallow was for lube, and him and his wife have had the best sex of their life, and stuff. And they really appreciate it. And then other really funny, horrible comments, but zero moderation, zero character limit on their comments on their website. Oh boy. Yikes. That's what you get. You went viral. You wanted to get the word out, but they closed their comments.
Good attention. Yeah.
I got a couple comments in before they closed them. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, that's what was I thinking about? I don't remember.
Oh boy.
Awesome to the max.
Yeah. Anyways, so
because it's meat related?
Slap my salami, the guy's a commie.
Okay. Well, anyway. Happy 150.
Happy 150.
Happy 150.
Shout out to RM Brown.
Inane Blather.
Oops.
Brown.
No, let's see.
I wonder how he's doing.
I'm sorry, Inane Blather. I'm not the best at living my life.
You know how he's doing?
Not good.
Ever since he moved to New York City.
Owned. Consider yourself owned, because you are.
But no, really.
That was a really nice one. Thanks, Inane Blather.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to our beautiful listeners. Thanks for
shout out to Danae
seeing our TikToks that I started uploading again. I appreciate
what
the
is
views.
TikTok at Inane Blather podcast at YouTube.com.
I think the TikTok is just at Inane Blather.
Yeah.
Where am I gonna get that? Inane Blather.
Where am I gonna
just
get
open
that?
up other ones. Yep, at Inane Blather. That's it.
Nice.
But
nice,
just go to inaneblather.com. It's there. We just have to have Ethan has to make a page for Danae because she's on the show too.
Just wipe your history after being to our website.
Yeah, it does connect you to what they call the dark web.
Yeah, so be prepared for that.
Be prepared.
Have your affairs in
how
order.
I wish I could believe or understand that.
Okay, love you guys.
All
awesome.
right.
Good job.
We love you. Bye.
Bitches leave.
Good night, Bertalb.
All right.
Okay.
Love you. Bye.
Good night, Bertalb.